Good evening, Prescott Valley. Welcome to the Parks and Recreation Commission meeting of Tuesday, February 10, 2015. Kathy, can we have a roll call?
Commissioner Gummer?
Yes.
Commissioner Frayer?
Here.
Commissioner Avalos?
Here.
Chairperson Brinkman?
Here.
Vice Chairperson Tissot?
Here.
Commissioner Fallman?
Here.
Commissioner Trevini?
Here. Okay, if everybody's had a chance to review the agenda, can we have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make the motion to approve tonight's agenda for the meeting on February 10th.
And a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, then we have, we need approval of our January 13th, 2015 regular meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the January 13th regular meeting minutes.
And a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And then a motion to approve the January 27th, 2015 work-study meeting minutes.
I move that we approve the minutes for the January 27th work-study meeting minutes.
And a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And all those carry. Thank you. Now we move on to announcements. Here's the fun stuff. Brian, that brings you right up.
Before you start, Brian, I have a quick announcement. I was reading in our local paper, and one of our very own, Jessica Compton, is in the Young Professionals group for the Tri-City areas, the whole areas, I guess, and she won an award for the visionary, help me out, Brian, a little visionary for the Parks and Recreation of the future, the future vision of the Parks and Recreation departments for like our Quad City areas and things, representing Prescott Valley. Just wanted to make sure we all recognize tonight and we all know about Jessica doing her hard work for us and representing Prescott Valley and being very good and your young professionals.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah, that's great.
Was that a playful award?
Again, as Commissioner Gummer alluded to, is for her vision in regards to the growth and development of the surrounding area. And so she was one of our top vote getters in that category, and she was the only accepted candidate out of Prescott Valley competing with about a dozen and a half candidates out of Prescott. So we're very, very proud of her.
You bet.
Yeah.
You bet.
Well, and we got our Playful City designation last year, and that was, I'm sure, due to some of her hard work, so that's really impressive.
Yep.
Thank you, Buzz.
Our kudos to Jessica.
Yeah. And then on to Brian and daddy-daughter date night.
Yes, in addition to our announcements, would just like to bring your attention that our annual daddy-daughter date night is coming up February 20th. Unfortunately, if you've not signed up, our registration is closed because it is full. So we are at top capacity for this year's gala and looking forward to an excellent time at the senior center there with all of our couples dancing the night away and enjoying themselves with all kinds of fun entertainment, prizes, and a scrumptious dinner brought to us by Backburner.
Oh, fantastic.
Very good.
The next item is the men's 3-on-3 basketball leagues.
Yes, sir. I just want to bring everyone's attention that registration is open for our 3-on-3 basketball leagues until February 28th. Our registration fees are $125 per team. That provides you with a 7-game regular season with a single elimination tournament there following. Games will consist of 3 12-minute quarters and will be played on Thursday evenings at Glassford Hill Middle School. We encourage everyone to register with us. You can visit us with the office here at the 3rd floor at the Civic Center building, or you can do that online via your comforts. If you have any questions, we encourage you to give us a call at 759-3090, and our league will get started during the week of March 19th. So encourage everybody to get online, learn of that information. Again, give us a buzz if you have questions. Otherwise, get signed up and get ready for some 3-on-3 hoops.
That was very popular the last time around, so I expect that will probably fill up again this year. Let's move on to adult softball leagues.
Yes, in addition to basketball, our adult softball leagues are creeping up. Things are going very well there. Our registration is open until February 23rd with a fee of $270 per team. This also has a 7-game regular season with a single elimination tournament there following. Games will be played on Sundays at Mountain Valley Park between noon and 7, and games will start March 1st. So if you haven't done it so already, please do so quickly, as that registration is ending February 23rd.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's move on to department updates. The first item is the director's report.
Yes, as Commissioner Gummer alluded to, we're very proud of our staff member, Ms. Jessica Compton, and her award. In addition to that, the staff has been very busy this month. We've completed our annual field allocation assignments to those different groups and tournament organizers that have come forth. We've closed out the Valley of Light season in partnership with the Chamber. We've finalized a number of different grant applications as well as documentation and their acceptance. The Civic Center amphitheater stage was wrapped up. Volleyball season started, and it has been a record registration season this year for us, so very happy to see that. Our rehiring process for our spring softball league officials has begun, and we are still seeking 3-on-3 basketball league staff. Off-season repairs and renovations to our aquatics facility has been taking place. We received approval from council for the gel coat of our slide and mushroom work. Also being finalized is additional work for our splash pad floor, and we're procuring other quotes for restroom partition work as well as our operational pumps there at the aquatic center. Jessica is working on our second year of designation as Playful City USA. We have yet to hear back on our 10th annual designation for Tree City USA, but that should be coming forward pretty quick, as well as then also our Growth Award status. So we will have that coming. And I believe that pretty well wraps up, I think. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm correct with that. We've had a number of vandalism incidents that has caused the removal and new parts to be placed on a number of our different playground locations, so we have completed that. We're also preparing the fields for the upcoming softball season, so there's quite a bit of involvement required there. We've assisted Bradshaw Mountain High School in their annual soccer game with Prescott, so we were able to host that down at the amphitheater. Nick Grubluski, our turf and irrigation technician, has received his certified applicator's license this past month. Our skating services concluded for the 2014-2015 season. We attracted very large crowds at a majority of our open skate sessions. We had a very popular rock and skate and school pride theme nights in which we had 100 participants or more. And I believe with that wraps up the departmental report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have concerning my particular report or the department's report as a whole.
I see that you accepted Britt's retirement notice, so our park supervisor, there will be an opening there, and I'm just, Britt Grubbs has been such a fantastic help to me in the time that I've been on the commission, kind of, take the new guys by the hand and help lead them along, but does such a fantastic work for the whole town in maintaining the parks. I'm very sad to see him go, and I wish him nothing but success. And if he's still in the area, we always have volunteer openings.
Definitely. And I would encourage you and the commission to hold on to those thoughts, as I know we'll be working to invite Britt to our March commission meeting, so you'll be able to give him your well wishes at that point in time. So it was one activity in which I demanded the opportunity to be able to tell someone no emphatically. It was not received well, so in doing that. So no, he's given me a lot of hope in regards to there will be that opportunity someday, and I'm very, very happy for him. So, but we'll continue that discussion next month. So,
Yeah, congratulations to him.
One thing, Ron, Brian, you met with John Lund again for the playground equipment?
Yes, sir.
Did you get closer to a deadline and installations?
Yes,
and
and we'll actually be able to hit that a little later in our agenda tonight, but with great success.
Very good.
Okay, then the next item is the chairperson's report. And the really only item that I wanted to mention is our last work study, we talked about the master plan, the Parks Master Plan being a little out of date. I went back and reviewed that again, and as I had told Buzz earlier, he's the only one listed. He was on the commission back then. There's no other commissioners from that period, which is 2002. There is no one on the current town council that is listed there. I mean, this document, a lot of it was prepared from statistics in the 1990s. So as we talked about, we're doing development guidelines now, but maybe in the fall when we complete that, we can internally look at that again. So I think it's a document that we need to keep in mind, and much later in the year, it truly needs some revision. Maybe we can do some of that internally in-house. And that's really all the comments I had. So let's move on to the Tree Advisory Board business, which is always kind of exciting for us tree huggers.
Most definitely. On the tree grant, an update there. We have procured our Trimble unit, which is our GPS locating device. So that is in-house now. Larry Prentice, our GIS manager, will be going through that piece of equipment, getting himself updated on all of the different software renewals and everything that's involved there, as well as just getting himself familiarized with the device, because he's going to be our trainer for this piece of equipment, not only for staff, but our volunteer team that will be developed. Staff is in the process right now of also submitting our refund request. So these would be the monies that we asked for via the grant opportunity that was given to us by the Arizona Forestry Division. So we'll be able to finish that up so that we can have those books balanced, and then the remaining portion of that particular grant will be us completing our park tree inventory. We have a requirement of meeting a certain percentage of our parks, capturing that data and then uploading it into the system. So once that's done, we'll have that finalized, and so we're well on our way of meeting all of our timetables that we established within that grant, and then continue our steps in recruiting volunteers to be able to help us complete that inventory. So next is our Community Challenge Grant application. Update on that. It was received and approved by Council. We have two elements within that. One is a street tree inventory process. So that has gone underway. Public Works Department and I have met. We've gone through a number of different criteria that we established. We're also very happy to report that we've also selected the vendor. And so those discussions will now go forward. That vendor and their proposal met the criteria that we had established, and so that we're ready to move forward in establishing that timeline for collection. They will also be utilizing that new Trimble unit as part of that data collection, and we're feeling very confident that we should be able to encompass all of our street trees in that inventory collection. So we'll be doing very well through that process too. So we're looking forward to that. And then also we've been able to tentatively establish Saturday, April 11th for our tree owner care workshop that we'll host here at the town of Prescott Valley. So I'll have a little more information coming forward for you in next months with a little greater specific and detail. As we're working with a number of different advisors in the development of that workshop, but ultimately we're anticipating a 9 to 1 time frame on Saturday the 11th. So if at least consider booking that within your calendar, and we'll be bringing again those materials forward next month for your review.
Oh, very good. Just as a reminder, we received a grant and have been selected by the Arizona Department of Forestry, working with the University of Arizona, to do a tree inventory up here. So I don't think there's ever been one done in Prescott Valley before.
That's correct.
Yeah. So it's kind of a big thing, and this will certainly help forestry in the future as we see climate change and we look at what species are successful, water needs, diseases, and so forth. So this is going to be a big effort for us in the spring. Once those little critters start leafing out, we're going to have to get our volunteer corps together, and so getting volunteers is going to be a big thing. And so most of our work then will be in the parks again, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And so the other grant will take care of the tree inventory. They can stand out in the middle of the tree when the big trucks, or the street when the big truck's coming, and we won't have to do that. So just keep in mind, we'll be looking for volunteers this spring and get our parks inventoried and move ahead with that. But this is really kind of an interesting project. The little bit that I did the Saturday we were out there, you could really see that some species were not doing well and some species were. So that'll be interesting. Okay, let's move on to old business, which is really kind of our current business, and that's Tonto North Playground.
That is correct. So Commissioner Gummer, to answer your earlier question in regards to our playground conversation with our vendor. As the Commission recalls, we went through our selection process, even predating that. We had a wonderful gathering out at the park with the neighborhood, got a lot of very, very constructive input in regards to elements that they'd like to see, whether it's traditional, non-traditional, color, play features, all of those kinds of different things, as well as also site improvements. So we took all of that information, presented to you about 6 different options for review. Very happy to hear that a number of the neighbors that participated in a lot of this data gathering concluded with the Commission in their choice and recommendation on the selection of the vendor and the playground that we'll be installing. So we sat down with that representative, completed the order, the color scheme, the entire process. We are currently in possession of that playground as of this past Monday, so that it is in-house, ready to go. Our installers are planning to be on site starting Wednesday, and we are anticipating conclusion of that playground's install no later than Saturday morning. In addition to that, as the surrounding neighborhood, as they're hearing this conversation tonight, knows that we've put out notice in regards to the fact that we are also looking for help. And we're asking for folks to come out and spread their love on Tonto North Park in assisting the staff in regards to placement of the safety surfacing material at that playground location. So we're looking for help. We're looking for voluntary help to come out, bring their shovels, bring their rakes, bring their wheelbarrows, bring their strong backs, bring their love and enjoyment for our park system, and share that at Tonto North. We'll be gathering at noon on Saturday, February 14th, to complete this final segment of playground installation. Once that is finished, we'll be able to take down the security fence and open that playground for use. We'll follow that weekend with the very next weekend at 9 a.m., Saturday, February 21st, with a ribbon cutting ceremony. And we invite everyone to come out and partake in this event. This will be our first playground installation in well over a decade. We're very excited about that departmentally, and I know our park staff is just exuberant about this idea. And off the charts, I don't think we'll be able to measure how the neighborhood will feel about that. So I think we all ought to be out there in support and recognition of the new playground that's out there for this community and neighborhood to be able to enjoy. So if everyone could have those 2 dates and times on their schedule, that would be outstanding. I know I'll do my very best on the 21st and have some big scissors and lots of ribbon to chomp up, because we want to open that up officially and completely there and celebrate and the thankfulness of our different donors and support that we've had from you all as the commission, the neighborhood, and council in making this happen. So thank you.
Yeah, this is kind of a really nice thing to start out the new year this way. We were able to upgrade several of the parks last year, and kicking off this with this new playground equipment, which really is pretty outstanding. This is a blend of the old and the new, which all of us, I think, thought was quite impressive, and the input we got from the community is great. This is going to be a really nice playground set, so we'll see you there on the 14th.
And what time was the ribbon cutting, the 21st?
On the 21st, it'll be 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Do you plan on having the media there? Give us
Yes,
some
ma'am.
publicity?
Yes.
Okay.
So, commission's invited, council's invited, a number of our donors are invited as well, and literally everyone's invited to that. So, yes, we will have that information going out ASAP.
How long do you think it'll take to spread the safety surface? Probably
Depending upon the number of people that are able to come out and assist us.
a couple hours.
If there's 3 of us, yeah, a couple.
Any hands?
So if there's 6,
It'd be less than a couple.
okay.
We do have a lot of area to cover, and it is a required 12-inch depth. So there'll be quite a bit of product out there to work with. We will have some pieces of power equipment to help aid getting it from point A to point B, but it will take quite a bit of a labor force to get it all spread out and put appropriately.
Sounds
I'm
good.
sorry to be vague with that, but it will be dependent.
No, I thought it was a very nice flyer that you put out, colorful and inviting.
Yeah, lots of fun, and that's exactly
Yeah.
what this place is going to be. And so I know on the 21st, there's not going to be a lot of time for chit-chat, because everybody's going to want to get on that playground and play and enjoy themselves. So
And what a great opportunity for the youth to come and claim ownership of this park also by helping us get out and spread
Very
some
much so.
spread some ground cover, and a good time for all.
definitely.
Okay, very good. So we'll move on to new business, and we only have one item there, which is a work-study meeting on Tuesday, February 24th, and we need a motion to approve this. This will be for our development guidelines.
I'll make the motion to approve work study meeting on Tuesday, February 24th, 2015, in the Parks and Rec conference room.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. The next item is unscheduled public appearances. If we have anybody in the audience that would like to spend a few minutes and speak to us. If not, we will move on. And the last item is our next meeting, which is work-study meeting on Tuesday, February 24th at 5:30 p.m. in the Parks and Rec conference room, and our regular meeting on Tuesday, March 10th at 6:30 p.m. right here. Oh, sure. And Michelle is reminding me that we should acknowledge that we have some young scouts here with us tonight observing us. These will probably be the future commission members. And, anytime you want to come and visit with us, you're more than welcome. A lot of the material we cover is kind of set, things that we've worked up in work study, but please come again and visit with us, and we're glad to have you. Thank you. And the last item is probably one that excites everybody, and that's adjournment. So do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And we are adjourned.